Hi everyone, Mark here. So, I have something to share with you that I think you will be very excited about. I'm not going to sell you anything. Rather, I want to offer an opportunity to you to join me in a great opportunity that I'm a part of. Some of you already know I help with Watts of Love, whose mission is to deliver solar powered light to parts of the world where either they don't have electricity or not easy access to it or limited. And as an alternative to light, they use kerosene most of the time, kerosene lamps. So I just want to do one thing real quick. I want to ask you a question. What would you do if you didn't have light? Something we take for granted, right? Check this out. Almost complete darkness, except for that light back there. But what would you do right now if you didn't have any light? There's not much you could do except maybe catch up on your sleep or meditate or pray, right? You certainly couldn't study, you couldn't work, you couldn't do anything. So I want to show you this. This is a Watts of Love flagship light here that has a lot of features, but this is the solar lamp that is distributed throughout the world by Watts of Love, and this is just the first setting. This has 4 settings. This setting here will last 5 full days on one solar charge. 2, 3. This is the brightest setting here. As you see, it's super bright. And on this setting, it would last 10 hours. So, yeah, this has a radio on it. It has an MP4. Also has a phone charger, cell phone charger. It may sound a little crazy to you, but in a lot of these remote areas of the world, people still do have cell phones, usually a flip phone or something, but they can't charge it, unless they travel usually miles. Sometimes they'll spend a day traveling to get their cell phone charged, pay for it to get charged, and then they bring it back, wasting a whole day. So that's the flagship light that we distribute to people around the world. Here is the other light here that it could be used as a headband or a lanyard like this. And this one here is super bright. And then it has a safety feature there. So why is light so important? One, health is a huge factor. With the solar light now, families no longer have to burn kerosene in their huts, in their homes. This is important because for the toxic fumes that are produced, so no longer are there major respiratory issues, and also fire hazards. People aren't getting burned. That's a big problem. Also, burning their homes down. That's a thing of the past now with the solar light. Another thing is safety. With that, in darkness, a lot of crime happens. Perpetrators will simply commit crimes because they know their victims can't identify them, and many crimes happen inside these huts, again because they're in pitch blackness and they can't identify them. Solar light helps prevent that. And then, probably one of the biggest things is to bring the families out of poverty. So studies show that with a solar light and being able to work many more hours after sunset, families typically within a year, their income is doubling, sometimes tripling within that time. Imagine your salary doubling or tripling even. It's unheard of really anywhere, but for these families, it truly is a gift to bring them out of poverty because now they're not spending money on the kerosene. They're using that money to reinvest into sustainable goods, chickens, goats, cows, pigs, other livestock, or micro businesses where they can now produce things at night, or simply when it gets dark, they can continue working. And then education. Kids can now do homework at night. They can read throughout the evening, even after the sun goes down, in safety, with no kerosene lamps around, breathing toxic fumes. And I think the study on that is adding a solar light could, well, not just solar light, but adding light to where the kids can study in the evening typically adds about 2 years of education in their developmental years. So that's huge, to add 2 years of education in their developmental stages is priceless. So that's a huge benefit. So here's the thing. I'm going to Africa this June, Mozambique, and I want to invite you to join me on this mission. I'm looking for about 75 people to join my team to purchase one of these lights, and I will personally be giving the light to the people myself. You will get joy, you'll get satisfaction knowing that your dollars, your donation, directly has helped a family, and we'll be giving them a package like this with your name on it. This light here, the flagship light, costs $80, and the smaller one is $40. Both are tremendous tools for families without electricity and light. So please, if you stayed with me this long, I'm sorry it's so long, but if you have and you're interested in learning more, click on the link below and join me. Thanks a lot, guys.